In this video, let's take a look at some of the pitching options. First, we'll go through some shortcuts, and then I'll show you how you can use some of these macros to do some different types of pitching to your note data. So first off, what you can do is you can always just lasso around your MIDI notes and hit your up arrow key, and it's going to go up a step each time you do that. And likewise, if you press down, it's going to go down. Now, another handy shortcut that I really like is making sure that your notes are all selected, holding down Shift and pressing the up arrow key, and jumps it up a whole octave. And likewise, if you hit down, it jumps down an octave. So those are just two shortcuts that I find that I jump to all the time when I need to make some quick changes to my MIDI pitching. Now let's take a look at the macros for pitching. So if you're not seeing these, just make sure that you click on the macro button. And first off, let's start off with transpose. So over here with your MIDI notes selected, I can go to transpose and I can transpose up. And I've got a selection of different types of degrees of the scale that I can add up. So for example, let me just play the performance for you and then I'll shift it up. So it's just like arpeggiated bell line. I can go to transpose, transpose up, and let's say I want to transpose it up a fourth. So it's keeping it within the scale, but transposing it up to the fourth degree of the scale. I'll jump that back down again, and this time let's transpose it down, but this time let's go for a diminished fifth. So these are great ways to shift up your whole performance up or down, depending on if you know the interval value that you want to shift it up. Now, also what you can do is do octaves. I did show you the shortcut, but let's say you want to go straight for 3 octaves down. I can just click over there and jumps it all the way down 3 octaves. So that is the scale degrees that you got over here, and then your octaves. Now, moving over on to pitching, as you can see here, you've got these things that say chord up and chord down. So over here, you can see I'm playing an A minor. And if I just, let's say just select these notes. So I'm selecting that first A chord over there, go to pitching, and I'm going to chord up. You see what happens. What that's doing is it's taking the lowest root note and shifting up an octave. So it's basically creating an interval for you. I could do it to the whole performance, select everything, go to pitching and shift up. And likewise, I can undo that and shift it down a chord. So that's taking the root note and shifting it all the way down. But I'm going to come to that a bit when you get into some chords. But you can see the sort of way that it's taking the root note and just shifting it up an interval or down an octave. Now, other types of pitching, I can mirror the pitches. So take a look over here. Actually, I'm just going to zoom up a bit further so you can see the shape of this arpeggiation. Select all the notes, go to pitching, and then go to mirror pitches. So it's going to flip it on its head, creating a sort of mirror image of that run. Interesting. So you can definitely use these to spice things up and change things up with your production. Now I'm going to go over here, and you can also randomize the range. So looking at your note data, this is going to add some randomization into it that's not going to sit in any particular scale. So I'm jumping that around to different notes there. Let's try it again. I'll go random 50%. And it makes some changes here with no sort of melody that's taken into account. It's just taking the notes and randomizing them. And next up, I can get into doubles. But for this, I actually want to show you with some chords. So I'm going to drop that, unsolo this, go to my pads here, solo that, open it up. And I want to take away these chords and just use these root notes over here, select them, pitch them up an octave. And also these lowest notes here, take them up and shift them up an octave. So it's going to be these notes. Now I can take single notes and create some chords with them with this double feature. So let's select these and using this double feature. So I'm going to go to doubles and I'm going to create a fourth above. So that's adding a fourth to my root notes over here. Likewise, if I went to double and went to fifth above, make a fifth. Or I could create some chords. So go to double, create chords. And this time let's create some fourth chords. Or I could use the double feature and go to create chords and then scroll all the way down to minor 7th chord. So a really powerful feature by just taking single notes and using pitching note data to double them to create some chords for us. Now I want to get back to the original chords that I had. So I'm going to take these chords over here I want to show you something. So I'm going to select all these notes from the chord, go to pitch, and I'm going to shift up the chord. So as you can see, that's just taking that root note and shifting it up. So a nice way to just create some intervals for us, and taking that and just shifting them down. So that's how you can use these pitching functions to shift around your pitch note data, or even to take some chords and change the shape of the chords, or even create new chords by taking a single note and using this double feature to create the chords.